Hello, my friends, and welcome to this new review of something I received, or something I actually downloaded off of Steam. Now, of course, this game is called Endless Zone. And originally, I wanted to do a review of Streets of Kamurocho, and for God's sakes, so many people were just mentioning this game. Streets of Kamurocho. Well, the thing is, I did download it, but something happened with the DirectX 11 thing, ran into a glitch, couldn't run it, so there you go. Oh well, it is what it is. So we're going to take a look at this game instead, which I downloaded for free. Because, you know, Sega, in 60 years, that says a lot. So let's take a look at this game. Endless Zone. I find it funny after all that people have been pitching me this, pitching me Streets of Kamurocho for quite some time. I finally get it, and it doesn't play. You know what that means? I like Yakuza better than Streets of Kamurocho. Give me the real thing and not just a knockoff of, Streets of Rage 2 cross Yakuza. So if you don't know what this resembles, it is Fantasy Zone. So as you can tell, yeah, it plays just like Fantasy Zone. And this is not Opa Opa, but this is more like or Bot. Of course I'm going to retry because mini cool. This is what happens to Fantasy Zone when it grew up. It's no longer what it used to be, which was basically a fun little shooter. It turned into something what happened to Bomberman. And for those who don't remember what happened to Bomberman, it basically was that. Even though I feel this game is a little more suspect than, Fantasy Zone. I got different versions of Fantasy Zone. a little too slow for my liking, but damn. I mean, let's compare this to classic Fantasy Zone. This is not Opa Opa. This is really not like Fantasy Zone. But you know what? That's okay. I'd like to know where the shop is, really. I mean, Sega has been around for, years. It is by far a hit and miss company. There are games that were basically good for the most part, had a healthy relationship with Nintendo, and the one thing you had to give it up for Sega was they stayed around for a good 60 years. Oof. I mean, they've been around for a good couple of years. For those who don't know what Sega means, it means service, games, and amusement. And there's the ship, the shop. I was wondering when we're ever going to see the shop. And now that we've seen the shop, oh my god, what the hell is this? Oh god, look at this. Well, no wonder you fly so goddamn slow. I mean, you move this slow in the beginning. I mean, come on now. I think one of my favorite Sega games I've ever played was Nights into Dreams. I'll tell you why. Because nobody could understand how to play the damn game. And I knew a few people, and I still know a few people, who just didn't understand what the purpose of the game was. Well, there's a reason for it. It's all about, turning dreams, turning nightmares into dreams. And it does have a little story to it. Basically, you don't let your fear of failure, just basically, rule you. I mean, for what it's worth, this game is a bit on the slow side. It's unlike the classic version of Fantasy Zone. Everything just freaking hones in on your ass because you're so damnably slow. I don't remember Fantasy Zone being this damn slow. So I mean, I don't see the point of like, oh, this is Endless Zone. Yeah, this is supposedly Fantasy Zone. The very older version of Fantasy Zone, if it ever grew up, this be the end result. The end result of, this game, you're doing exactly what you would be playing, what you would be doing in normal Fantasy Zone, except that, my God. They just don't give you a chance in this game. But yeah, one of my favorite Sega games back in the day was Nights into Dreams for the Sega Saturn. Now maybe Streets of Camarocho is probably on probably on PS4. I am not entirely certain. Well, at least you do keep the power-ups when you die, but that's still, I do not like the fact that my ship is damnably slow. It's more like I'm dealing with traffic more than anything else. Here, look at that. Really? The only problem I see with this is I want power-ups that can actually help me, you know? Give me a speed up first. Because me moving this slow... me moving this slow. Oh, hey, you're moving slow. I also grew up playing Panzer Dragoon. I mean, I really didn't get into Sega until, like, the Sega CD. Even though I did have, a Sega Genesis. I still have my Sega Genesis. And my Sega Saturn. And I did have a Dreamcast. You know, I basically grew up with everything. I just didn't have everything, but I had most of the Sega stuff. From Genesis, Game Gear. I just didn't have the 32X. I had the Sega CD, the Saturn, and the Dreamcast. And I can say, without question, I basically played mostly stuff that I grew up with, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage. I had a few sports games like Pat Riley Basketball, David Robinson Supreme Court. I even had Sword of Rhode Island. See, I think I had a few more, but most of the games I had were, I don't know. I had about 12 games. Oh yeah, I had Strider as well. I had a few games, and then somebody stole half of, like, say, 12 games I had. Don't know where that motherfucker is, but I know one thing's for certain. I was even with both Super Nintendo and Sega. Well, Nintendo and Sega. But I played more of Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and Sega CD more than I would play with Nintendo. But that's neither here nor there, because as you can tell, 60 years. Sega has done some good in the last 60 years. I think the high point with Sega is when they made Yakuza. When Yakuza came out, it was originally on PS2. And I remember I did a let's play of the original Yakuza on PS2. And the same went with Yakuza 2. And despite all that, I enjoyed the series. Because one thing I do like is a good crime drama. The same thing goes with Sleeping Dogs, which I'm pretty sure I can see myself redo, because there's a definitive edition versus the original without the DLC. That's all the definitive edition is, with the DLC. But aside from that, a game like this, even though Sega has been releasing a lot of games, like 2 Point Hospital, Total War, Three Kingdoms, Sonic the Hedgehog, and all that. Even the Classics collection. The thing with what I have is 4 people have basically did this, and I had to talk about this, just because you've seen what the game is. It's basically Fantasy Zone with a very dreary color scheme, and an even worse ship than Opa Opa. Actually, Opa Opa is much better than this ship, because my God, what the fuck is wrong with this? Anyway, 4 people that I know have mentioned Streets of Kamurocho. My friends in the RCO have mentioned this. My girlfriend has mentioned this, because she knows my taste. I don't know. I think it's like 4 people and my phone. My phone was the first to tell me, oh hey, Streets of Kamurocho is coming out. Once I get the game, I install it, then all of a sudden, it doesn't run. It runs into a snag because of DirectX 11. I was going to do a review of that because it's basically Streets of Rage with Yakuza. That's all it is. It's Streets of Rage 2 cross Yakuza. And it's not even... it's basically... It's basically a copy paste, but still, it's like... If I wanted Yakuza, I would be playing Yakuza 2. Well, not Yakuza 2. But I would be playing Yakuza Kiwami. I would be playing Yakuza Kiwami 2. I would be playing 3, 4, 5, and 6. I would be playing Judgment. Fuck no if I'm going to call that thing Yakuza 7, which in Japanese is Yuga Gotoku. Yuga Gotoku. Because remember, Yakuza's Japanese name is Yuga Gotoku, like a dragon. So think about it. Yuga Gotoku. Nah. Yuga Gotoku. Or Shichise. Or, not Shichise. Shichi. So it'll be Yuga Gotoku, Shichi, Yuga Gotoku. Does that make sense to you? No. It's almost like with Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. It's Yuga Hokuto. Like a North Star. And pretty much I would say this. That was the best damn game I've ever played. I would consider streaming that one. Just because, A, you can play as Kiryu. And Kiryu as well as being Kenshiro because they both have the same seiyuu. I would say for what it's worth, it is a fun game. I mean, if you like the Yakuza series, then the same would go with its spin-off, Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. Because it's the original story, and it trails from, like, the original. Like most games, when you really think about it, you're playing through a part of the original story, then it trails off into a story on its own. I can only say this. My only regret when I did it as a Let's Play is that some parts got cut off because it could not be shown. It was basically, oh, you can't record this. Well, I thought about it. If I can't record it, how about I stream it? And I'm considering doing that with most of the Yakuza games, because most of the Yakuza games I have as digital downloads. So if I wanted to broadcast it, I could broadcast it, not a problem. I could do it on like on Sunday stream. If not, do it on a Wednesday stream. But everybody knows I try to stream twice a week. If not on, if Wednesday, if it's good a day on Wednesday, I could do it on Sunday. But I'll most likely try to stream after, say, 5 or 6 my time. Both ends, of course. Because trying to do it like twice and like, okay, I can't do that. That's too much. But for the most part, like I said, I like Sega because it's more free-flowing than, say, Nintendo. Nintendo's a bit of a hard ass. I mean, when you think about it, Nintendo is a bit of a hard ass. It doesn't want you, they don't want you to copy off them. They don't like fan games. Sega's more Cool, we don't mind. I mean, it's like Streets of Camarocho. Before that, you had plenty of Streets of Rage because you had SORR, which is Streets of Rage Remake. And that basically says you have 1, 2, 3 put together, which was a cool concept. It's basically using the Mugen engine to benefit for those who enjoy the series. You don't have to worry about which version you like. If you liked 1, you liked 1. If you like 2, you like 2. If you like 3, you like 3. And this is long before 4 was a thing. Honestly, when I played 4 just felt kind of off. In retrospect, 4 did feel off. 4 was, I don't know. It had the taste of 3, but oh my god, the hits you took was just stupid. You took about 4 hits, whereas compared to Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, you took about at least, from a standard enemy, at least maybe 4 hits until you fell down. If they didn't combo you. If they just did 1, 2. And that was it. Just 1, 2. 2 punches. They only chunked about 15, maybe 5, 10% of your health off. Whereas compared to, say, the later games, oh, if they combo you, that's your ass. So don't try. Is it the best thing you can do is just basically do the following: grab them, flip over, slam them down. That was always my go-to in Streets of Rage. Just grab them, flip over, and throw them down from behind. Because that basically was your go-to. And you could do it with any enemy. So here's from what I hope when Sega decides to do something else. Okay, they already made a Shining game. That might be my next Let's Play. Shining Refrain Resonance. That might be my next Let's Play. I'm not sure. Either that or it might be Ni no Kuni. Because like I said, I got plenty of Let's Plays I'm finishing in the background. I haven't put them up yet. And I decided, what am I going to do after this? I said, well, I don't know. I really don't know. But as for this game, In the Zone, I mean, it's okay. It's alright. But it will never be Fantasy Zone. I mean, if they ever bring back another title, because I only know that in the next few days they're going to release Golden Axe. And let me just say, Golden Axe has went down in the years, but that'll be for another time when we get to Golden Axe. But for now, this was Endless Zone, and I think I've spoken enough about this. Join me next time when I cover Golden Axe. And possibly jumpstart something on the Sega end of Let's Plays. Who's to say? I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I've created it. And despite this game being, it is what it is. Well, I hope you find this informative. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care.